Hi everyone, welcome to Brenda. Thanks for being here today. And as you saw by my video description, I have retired. And I am just exploring now, having this free time. I must say that it's been a little bit of a struggle for me. I don't know what I expected, but I have so much that I want to do and explore, but I'm kind of struggling. I know that my retirement does not look like it did 2 years ago, what I was working for. Because if you know me at all, my husband did pass away, be 2 years in June, and so our retirement life looked way different than what I'm experiencing. You know, we had the place in Florida for the winters, and we had a place at a lake to be at during the summer, a small place there. And once I retired, we were, that was the plan. We were going to downsize and live in Florida and the lake. So again, with his passing unexpectedly, that has changed. So I can't picture myself doing anything like that without him. And so now I'm trying to find myself. And yeah, that has been a struggle. I don't know if any of you have experienced that, but I'd like to hear from you if you have, because again, I want to make sure I live every day to its fullest. I want to enjoy my family. I know that I should be downsizing because where I live is, about 45 minutes away from my kids, 45 minutes to an hour. And, they're like, oh, move closer to us, Mom, now that you're not working. But I'm not sure that I'm ready for that. And it would be a chore. I can't even imagine packing up this 5-bedroom house that I have full of things. And so, but what I did do this weekend was went back to something that I loved years ago, and that was auctions. I love going to auctions, and with my job, I wasn't able to take advantage of them, but boy, did I have fun, and the things that they had, and the things I didn't even know I still needed. You never know. So went to this auction, and it was a collector auction. So again, this collector was downsizing some of their stock. They had tons of antique ephemera, advertising, old newspapers. They had hundreds of old milk bottles. They also had a big, huge collection of kerosene lamps that were beautiful. So much beautiful things. So, and they also had tables and tables of glassware, and houseware. So that's usually what I'm there for. And I did not leave disappointed. So I was able to buy very cheaply, because nobody was there for the glass, flats of glassware. More notably, Fostoria glassware. So if you know anything about it, Fostoria Glass was a glass company years ago, and I happened to live around that area. So a little nostalgic. I know my grandmother had several pieces of Fostoria, but I was able, and in my one video, I believe, before Christmas, if I didn't, I was able at a restore to get a full set of 12 of the Americana Fostoria pattern, the cubit pattern of plates and salad plates and tumblers. Oh my gosh, was I in heaven. And the price was right, because apparently they didn't understand what they had. But at this one, the Fostoria glass, and this was a full set of dishes. Now this is one of the serving plates, and this is the etched rose, Heritage Rose, I believe it's called. I'm not sure. You have to correct me on that if you know. I'll have to do more research, but isn't this beautiful? And this is just one of the serving plates. It came with serving plates. I had 3 of them. It had serving bowls. It had a set of 12 dishes of the plates, the salad plates, the cups, and the saucers. And whew, you are not even going to believe this one. It had the matching beautiful stemware. Look at that. So delicate. Look at that detail. Oh my gosh. Talk about being in heaven. It is amazing. And I had also, besides the water glasses, the wine glasses to match. All of them. 12 of each to match place settings. Oh my gosh. I can't even tell you how excited I was. And the fact that I had 6 flats of glassware that I left with that day, $2 a box. Only person that bid on it, so only crazy lady there. But boy, was it amazing. And I am thrilled to have it because these plates can be used at Christmas with your Christmas dishes. You can incorporate the glass salad plates. You can the stemware can be used anytime. And again, I just love being fancy. And so for Christmas, when my kids come over, it's not, buffet and paper plates. I make them sit down and have all the table setting, and it just warms my heart. I just love it. So anytime I can buy things to help make me feel a little fancy these days, I'm going to do it. It also came with this matching, the sugar creamer. Look at the rose on the tray. Oh, my heart. Just spectacular. Just spectacular. I can't wait to have a party. You can be invited. Then we also, in that, was several just pieces. Now, these are not etched rose, but they are Fostoria. And these are great because you can use these for anything. You can use these. I use these as to serve salad dressings at my tables so that people can pour their own salad dressing. You just don't have that ranch bottle on your table, right? And then again, these can be used for anything. In your bathrooms, for cotton balls, you can use them all over the house. So again, they just come in handy having them, and they're fancy, they're beautiful. And for the price, I couldn't beat it. I can afford to use this at my dinner parties because I'm not investing, $15 a piece for a piece of stemware. It was all this at great prices. And in another box was this. This is also Fostoria pattern. It's a swirl. Again, another full set of dishes of 12. The cups, the saucers, the plates. I did not get dessert plates. But just again, I can mix and match my glassware with other dishes that I have and make a great tablescape. And I love setting a beautiful table. So fancy. Then in another box were these. These are Federal dishes. See the pattern there? Beautiful. They're heavy. Wonderful. Now, we could use these for chips and things, but I'm going to let you know that these have a hole in them, which means they were meant to be a tiered tray. So now I'm going to be on the lookout to fix this so that we can use this as it's intended, because it's just gorgeous. But otherwise, it could sit on the table for crackers. It wouldn't hurt anything. For your dinner rolls. Just beautiful, or a trinket tray if you like. And competition was kind of fierce at the auction. So there were a lot of collectors there, as I said, a lot of them there for specific things. This person did have a lot of advertising items. So in one box was a box of advertising ashtrays. Not a smoker. I don't let people smoke in my house, so I don't even know what my attraction to this was, except for these 2 little pieces that were in there. These tiny little glass bar coasters. Aren't they adorable? I thought they were just precious. And I got the box at a pretty decent price. I'll be able to resell these ashtrays. This one here, especially mid-century modern, it's a black, just simple ashtray, but on the back then, from your friends at Hancock Hybrids. So again, advertising. Many years ago, if you're my age, that was the thing. Pens, they give away pencils, again, ashtrays. This one's for Caterpillar, a company that's still in business. But again, these would be valuable to, to somebody that collects. So I will keep that in mind when I, post these things, because unfortunately some people still do smoke. So another set of dishes that I was able to get, I know what you're thinking, another set of dishes, was the Royal Delft windmill. And it was small. It was one box of blue items, and it was this. I had 4 plates. It had 4 bread plates, and it had 4 saucers. 1 serving bowl and 1 serving plate, all matching, of the royal pattern there on the back. But also in the box was what I really wanted, was the tiles. Now these could be just hung on a wall. And then I got several small ones. Hope the glare's not too bad. And tiny one. And I thought these would be great I need to do a backsplash in my kitchen. And I thought to myself, how cool would that be to incorporate these small Delft tiles in a project like that? So again, if I don't do it, I'm sure there's somebody out there that would love to have that as a part of their home. I did buy one box of, able to buy 1 box of the ephemera, and I picked this box particularly for these postcards. There are more in the box, tons of postcards, but these were just adorable. And they are very whimsical. This one here says, "Father's at the front, mother's at the back, and I'm not feeling very joyful myself." So again, someone's getting it. This one, a little pull around here, is bound to show results. Sorry, I couldn't read that very well. But some of them are a little risque. Look at that. Boy, what a dish. Some of them were used. Some were not used. And some were used. This was back in 1967. So there were just several of these little cards that I just thought were adorable, and definitely would be able to stop and, set out as decor, use some of them if I like, which I love, vintage wrapping paper, vintage cards, so that it's just unique. That's something that people don't always have. So I'm anxious to go through all those and see what I've got. And speaking of cards, with graduations coming up, I realized that I had 7 people graduating this year that I know. 2 of my grandchildren, and then great nieces and nephews. And I was at Walmart one day and I thought, well, I'm just gonna buy all my graduation cards. Wow. By the time I got out there, I spent $35 on cards, and I love cards, but then while I was at the auction, 2 boxes of greeting cards. Beautiful. And a lot of these could be used. They're just very simple. Go ahead, toot your horn. Ta-da! It couldn't happen to a nicer person. So again, these could have easily been used for graduation cards. There's get well cards. There's cards for teachers. Just thinking of you. Just beautiful cards. And I got 2 boxes. There are, sympathy cards. So instead of going to Walmart, or I know the Dollar Tree, you can get them 2 for $1, but Hallmark, I love a beautiful card. I love a beautiful greeting card. So again, to have this and spending, maybe $4 on both boxes is a no-brainer. So I'm set there for a while. Now, another thing that I was able to get my hands on. There were several flats of these. And these are, can you tell what they are? They are old apothecary items. And they also had ones with old talc powder, small perfume bottles, small lotions, all vintage items in here. And I was able to get this one, procure this one. And they were pricey, I'm just going to say. People were paying big money for these flats. And I was just so enthralled with this. These were almost like, these are cleansing pads. And the items are still in there. So, and this was by Ann Burden. So I'm not sure, I haven't Googled and researched a lot of these. But again, just these old tins. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. The old boxes. From the pharmacies, we've got iodine compounds, old Anacin tins, Amatol. I'm not even sure what that is, but just some unique, very unique pieces. And if you decorate with vintage items in your home, how cute would these be sitting on a tray in your bathroom, right? Just great for decorating. If you are in the medical field, these are just adorable. Of course, this one, rectal medicone, not sure about that one. But again, there's lump alum in a tin. AMT tablets. So just a whole box full of things that, again, I decorate with. I love putting them in on little shelves. I'll definitely clean them all up and make sure they are safe and that nothing's left in them. But again, just thrilled to have been able to get one box. And again, I after bringing all this home, unloading my car that day, I shook my head and thought, what are you doing? Because you're retired. You should be thinking about downsizing, not buying more dishes. And especially me, anybody who knows me, I definitely have an addiction to dishes and stemware. So I couldn't leave it behind. So I plan on using that soon. So let me see. At the auction, I also was able to get this. Ta-da! And that is a drying rack, the antique drying rack. And I was able to get this at a good price. I've been to auctions many times before, been to antique stores, and have never found one for the price I paid. So I was thrilled to have it, and I'm anxious to put it somewhere in my laundry area, or I don't know where I'm going to put it to decorate, but it's definitely keeping that. Another thing that I was able to get, because I do love toys and games. I do collect vintage games, unique vintage games. I have 2 or 3 from my past that are just, I wouldn't part with them for the world. They just bring back so many memories. So this, though, I love to decorate with old game boxes, toys, blocks, and I found these metal. I was able to get these metal boxes. Sorry about the glare. Turn it this way. This is the Gilbert Erector set. And yes, it still has pieces in it. So, but the box itself is in great condition. And I love it. It's a beautiful red color. I was also able to get this metal tin with it as well. Now this is empty, but this is the Handy Andy toolbox. Isn't that adorable? Beautiful green. And again, just sitting up on my shelf in one of my spare bedrooms where I have vintage games displayed. I thought this would be a great addition. Couldn't pass them up. And last but not least, I'm just going to share 3 items that I was able to get at the Goodwill this week. This beautiful pie basket. Beautiful. Beautiful condition. Can't pass by a good basket. Can do so much with it. I have a lot of ideas, but I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do and where I'm going to put it. And again, addiction to picnic baskets. Can't leave them behind when I see them, and especially when they're in this great a condition. Beautiful. They're great for storing items. You could literally use it for a picnic or some blankets, or as I do, as end tables. Put a tray on top of them, and they're just beautiful for your decor. Never pass them by. And last but not least, in this great haul was this sewing basket. And this sewing basket is beautiful with red and gold and cream, and it's in great shape. Open it up, it still has some pins sticking in it. Had the tray, and inside, yes, notions. Notions that I also collect. Wooden spools, which could be used for crafting or just display. A little box of buttons, but the creme de la creme, scissors. These scissors look a little tattered, but they are sharp. Oh my gosh, you should see the way they cut. The first thing I did was test them out, especially these. They need oil, but they are the Fiskars pinking shears. So definitely worth the $4 I paid for the basket. And it's definitely going to be either used as a gift for someone that I'll clean up and put more notions in to gift to someone that I know sews or starting sewing, or definitely keeping it with my sewing things. Well, so that's my first haul since I've been retired, and I'm hoping to find many more auctions. So as I start to, explore this retirement life, and just I don't know, fill it with things that I love. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any ideas for how to handle retirement, or maybe the way I'm feeling, where I'm just kind of lost and not knowing which way to go. And I think a lot of it's, finding myself, because my main role for the past 33 years was in management, and a totally different role. Always, was demanding, and I just stepping back from that now it's just hard. I just kind of feel a little lost. So again, I hope that you like this. Please like and subscribe. It would really help get my channel out there. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.